Got the Y-wings in the distance, dropping their bombs with a Venator behind, little vulture droid flying around. Lambda's now taking off, stormtroopers ready to go. Tank droid watching over the front with all of the AT-ATs in position. This is just incredible. Hello guys, and welcome to a new WARNO video today by me, Vulcan. In this one, we're going to be having a look at the Galactic Divide mod made by Biometric Nuke. He has done an absolutely fantastic job with this mod. It is a single-man project, but as you can see, very awesome indeed. We've got the Lambda shuttles coming down here with some stormtroopers. There's also the Gazantis back there with some ATSTs. So here come the stormtroopers. They're going to get ready to push forwards. There's also the ATSTs that have just been unloaded, so they're going to move into position. For myself, today I am going to be playing as the Naval Expeditionary Division, and I'm going to be riding to the front line in these Banthas. I've got some Army troopers. We've also got some Imperial probe droids zooming to the front line. They are my recon. And then we have ourselves a tank droid. This thing is absolutely huge. Unfortunately, I found that it lacked a bit of range, but it is pretty awesome. I've also, of course, got the AT-ATs, and that is one thing I really wanted to show off today. They are very, very strong in this mod. And then obviously you can see at our base. At the start of the game, you can place down multiple turbo lasers, and these can defend against units on the ground and also starships. Yep, that's right. You're going to see massive starships in this game. They can be protected by these shield generators. There's also, of course, these supply points that we can use to resupply our units. So, yeah, very exciting stuff. As the battle gets underway, you'll start to hear some of the sound effects. Got these shuttles blasting away, and they're going to be shot at by the ATST there. That's going to take it out, and down it goes. Very nice indeed. Rockets going to be flying out of the enemy artillery. We've got blasters firing away on both sides. Order 65 irregulars up against my army troopers. These army troopers, I'll try and get a little bit of a close-up on them. They have a very cool uniform. Oh, as you can see, when they get blown up. Look at this guy with his machine blaster. Very cool. We've got the T1 heavies coming in now. Each of these got their own paint jobs as well. Very cool. And the AT-ATs finally arriving here. And I want to show as much as I can in this video. Over on the left, even more AT-ATs. There's also the Octutara droid. So this actually fires, and then it spins and fires the next one, and fires the next one. Very cool indeed. There's also a droid gunship over here. We've got the J1 proton cannon, which is able to shoot at starships. There's just so much cool stuff here. Look, we've got the Y-wings coming in. They are going to be dropping bombs on the map. They can also launch torpedoes to take down starships. We've got some armored assault tanks here. A classic from the droids. Got some battle droids actually just moving across the open here. Very cool indeed. Alright, AT-ATs in the middle getting into position. They're starting to fire away, and I think the sound effects on these are just awesome. Like, it just sounds so perfect. Taking out the clones on the opposing side. So we are, of course, on what is basically the bad side. And we are fighting against the clone armies. Very cool. More rocket artillery coming in. AT-ATs continuing their walk forwards. More army troopers on the way. These things are very cheap at the moment. Only 20 points for a 15-man squad with the RPS-6, which is like a long-range ground launcher, basically. It's kind of AT. The penetration values in this game are really weird, but another gunship taken down there. The AT-ATs helping out nicely. Look at these gunships. They're coming in, trying to get those lasers on target. We've also got another T1 Heavy coming in here. And that one has the PLX-1, which is like a 4,000 meter range, kind of like an HGM. But at the moment, just multiplying the AT-ATs, and I've also got some AT-STs on the way to help us out. So these are very nice as well. The great thing about the AT-ATs in this is they have 22 front armors. They are absolute beasts. And in this case, they're going to start to engage the Phase 1 clone squads over here. And the way that this mod is done is it basically will incorporate over time all of the different divisions of Star Wars over the generations. So it's not just like just Clone Wars. There is actually going to be, of course, like all sorts of later and earlier units in the game. So you'll see at some point there's like, obviously there's like stormtroopers, we've got the Imperial Army, there's the drones, of course, or the droids, I should say. I'm not like a massive Star Wars nerd, but I'll tell you now, this mod is very cool indeed. We've got the Hyena bombers coming in over on this left-hand side. They're going to be dropping some proton bombs on the enemy. The biometric nuke here playing on the left-hand side. His battle droid's going to get absolutely blasted to pieces. Look at that. Huge bombing strikes occurring. Oh, we're going to see the first of the starships coming in. There it is in the distance. Biometric nuke bringing in the Magnificent. And these things are crazy. You can see how much health they have. In this case, it's got the jammer ability on it and the electronic warfare trait. Some of the different starships have different traits, but ultimately these can orbital bombard the troops on the ground, and you'll see that they're starting to engage the ATs. Some of these are incredibly powerful. Look at that. Absolutely blasting those AT-ATs to pieces, but they do need to be careful because the AA can be super powerful, and that was probably the proton cannon here engaging also the TIE bomber coming in. You would have heard. Now the Hyena bomber's coming in, and down it goes. It's gonna crash into the ground. Anything nearby does get destroyed. Very, very awesome indeed. Over time, when more and more of those come in, you get these massive wrecks on the map. And there are some very big starships. There's the Secutor in this game. It does cost a lot, and you don't see it very often, but it's pretty awesome indeed. You've got another of the Magnificents coming in. But yeah, that will be there now for the rest of the game, that big wreck. So that's very, very cool. So my AT-AT just trying to hold the ground here at the moment with his 1 health. Unfortunately, my AT-ST gets blown up on the front side. The army troopers trying to push forwards but bumping into heavy resistance on the far side. My AT-ATs also trying to have a go here, but here comes an AT-ST to help out. Lots of shots coming in there. That AT-ST getting completely overwhelmed. They do have piercer rifles. Now Eagle coming in with the Hyena bombers, gonna absolutely annihilate those poor infantry. Y-Wings getting shot down overhead, and this is just such an awesome situation to be in. You got the AT-1C here, which is basically an AT with the big heavy ion cannon on the back, so you can shoot up at those craft coming overhead. It does take a couple or a few shots to get the kill sometimes. I've got my AT-1C, or AT-IC I think it is actually. So I can't tell if it's IC or 1C. I think it's IC because it looks better on the map. We've also got some supply coming in here. Even the fact that the supply is modelled is very cool. Oh, another ship back here. This is the drone supply vehicle. It can carry a lot of units. So you can load it up with troops and use it as a transport to the front line. So that's really, really cool. We got the UT-ATs back here. Those are long-range artillery. I'm also going to be bringing in a big artillery piece. Here it is. Currently slowly floating to the front line. When it stops, it puts the legs down to stabilize, and then it blasts away with this huge, like laser, I guess it is, or a blaster cannon it's called. Very cool. We've also got these ion cannons. These can be forward deployed at the start of the game. They're used to take down starships and so on. So enemy hyena bomber coming in. I'm going to be hitting the army troopers there. They do a lot of damage with those proton bombs. You can see there the AT-1C is firing at it and will take it down. Enemy rocket artillery firing away on the other side of things. AT-1E. Also more of those gunships. Panthers on both sides, but the army troopers continuing to push there. I've got my Imperial probe droids just sitting at the edge of the end of the roads here, and they're just providing recon down the roads, so that's handy. But yeah, finally going to get my AT-ATs back up to full strength, and of course I am bringing in more of this artillery. You'll notice I have actually brought back one of these ARC juggernauts, and that is going to pick up some more troops. So a lot of these big transports can actually carry like multiple squads. So in this case, we picked up some extra stormtroopers, and that's going to zoom to the front line. These are really fast. They're also pretty well armored and armed, I should say, as well. They do have a nice amount of weapons. You can see at the bottom here we got like multiple weapons, plus the ability to supply from it, which is super cool. The rockets look awesome when this thing fires. I'll make sure to show that off, of course. If we get eyes on this rocket artillery at any point, I'll make sure to zoom in on that. And here's the TX-130. Loads of awesome stuff to look at. You can see here the ships in the distance that have crashed. These games turn into absolute carnage. Now, if you want to play this mod for yourself, just jump onto the Steam Workshop and go to the Galactic Divide and make sure to get it from there. Quite often at the moment people are playing it in 10v10s. You can play it in like skirmish and also standard multiplayer games. So if you just have some friends to play with, you can do that instead. But yep, getting the AT-ATs back into the sector, particularly the leader one here. Important to make sure that we are continuing to contest. The Order 66 irregulars getting absolutely juiced inside of that structure. We got enemy AT-ATs now arriving as well. Mine looking cooler than theirs though. You can see like these ones have like the sort of more square design, and my one's got like that very cool Battle of Hoth sort of arc design, or arched design. Either way, I'm going to be able to engage the ATs. AT-ATs in this game take a little bit of micro, which is kind of interesting. They can fire over obstacles if you give them orders manually. But otherwise they won't like automatically do it. So if my opponent in this case doesn't know that that's a thing, I can snipe his before he snipes mine, basically. PLX firing though from the stormtroopers here to try and get some damage onto the AT-ATs. These are the 4,000 meter range units I was talking about. More Order 65 irregulars trying to get into the sector, but we hit them pretty hard. X-Wings flying over on the backside there. That's pretty awesome. Some stormtroopers here. Oh, Sovereign going down. See if there's anything else to have a look at on this left-hand side. We've got the platoon attack craft. Look at those. That's super cool. They're obviously dropping off loads of battle droids and droid assassins, which have like these long-range E5 snipers. Loads of AT-ATs moving forwards there on that left-hand side. SBH getting ready to fire. You can see it's put its legs down now. Getting ready to blast away. There's another one back there firing as well. Watch that one. The ship almost catching that one. Now when those land, you'll notice how much damage they do. They have like a really big sort of radius of damage. They kind of have like the thermobaric animation, is the word I was looking for. But ultimately they do a lot of damage to all of the units around them. Oh, there's a Falcon class assault tank. I also got the Y-wings coming in again. Oh, here they go. Proton bombs away. Oh, that's gonna really hurt a lot of those. Oh, one of the AT-ATs going down, but the other one's surviving. There's the rocket launches. Another cool artillery piece in this game, for sure. On this side, or the trench guard artillery. Imagine being in that fight. Got like army troopers versus trench guard. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool indeed. Oh, on the right side here, we got a Beyblade going down. We got the Hamel HAML looking cool. And of course the assault tanks going down, and also the really cool unit there. Starting to get my own TIE bombers in, so we'll watch them. These have their proton bombs. They've also got a few torpedoes. Oh, look at that in the distance. The Providence has arrived. Like, so a ship like this is like 850 points. There are ones go up to like, I think the most expensive in the game is like 7,000 or something. It's ridiculous. Bombs away. We're blasting the backside of the factory there. And onwards we go, trying to hold the line. We've also got the harpoons, or the hyena torpedoes, sorry, coming in. Looking to try and take down the Providence. And down it goes. Huge snipe there from Eagle. Very nice indeed. Look at that. Straight into the side of the mountain there. It'd be cool if they could like upscale the nuke animation just to show how much of a crash that would actually be. But if you come back now to the factory, yeah, like cool, the factory's on fire, but in the background you'll see that Providence all the way up there, and it's really awesome. And the battle continues. AT-ATs moving in. Death and destruction everywhere. I felt like Factory was kind of a relatively thematic map for this kind of gameplay. And it was very cool. We got a T4B there. A nice beast of a tank. Bunch of those hanging about, as well as the AT-TE. Assault tanks going to be engaging from the other side. Well, these Panther AA are pretty good. They don't look like much, but they are very cool. They sound awesome as well. Acclimator coming in on the right hand side there. There's so many cool starships that you can play with. It's just in this game I don't think as many people are using them, because by the time like I was playing this, a lot of people had learned how to counter them. Also the ion cannons I think make it harder to use them now than they were before, because the maps sometimes aren't deep enough. So like this Magnificent coming in from Biometric getting absolutely slammed here, mainly due to the proton cannons actually that are set up by Intense. Now these are really cool because you'll notice that they have the the droid there on the side and controlling it, which is very cool. And down that one goes to join the other. Those will be shooting at the Venator soon enough. There's some headhunters flying around with that. Very cool. Alright, Order 65 irregulars now coming in. And taking cover in that building, AT-AT. Having a go at those every time it gets a line of sight. We've also got the Assault Frigate Mark 1 coming in, but that's now just been shot down. Going to land directly onto the ATTE. The ATTE actually surviving, but it sounded like something else got killed there. Another tank droid going down. Magnificent on our side now getting involved. You see here the AT-ATs. Really, really good. Now taking out the ATTEs. Destroying those as best we can. Now rockets coming in. Loads of rockets. Also, he called going for the mortar teams. They do have some mortars in here. The animations are a little weird on some of this stuff, but very cool to see that many mortars coming down, even if it does completely break the effects of the game. Ends up killing off that leader, which is going to give us back the lead in the center. Oh, here's some big boys on the backside here, some Imperial class Star Destroyers. These are pretty cool when they're not inside each other. We got a victory one over here, look at that. That's a very cool starship, isn't it? When these starships engage each other, it's very cool. Look again, look at the Providence in the background there that's in the side of that mountain. Very, very cool. Like if I come out of this and we just hide the HUD. Look at the cinematic nature of this mod. It is absolutely class. You got all of the crashed starships. You got this victory being smacked by enemy AA. Another one's going to get shot down there as this comes along and starts trying to dish out damage to the center. Rockets going everywhere. Honestly, the engine is just perfect for this kind of stuff. It really, really is. All the turbo lasers on the backside. Everywhere you look. It's just absolute eye candy. This factory's been almost entirely destroyed. This like barely ever happens in a normal 10v10. Oh, down it goes. Incredible. Another one to join the graveyard of ships. Oh, and X-Wings flying overhead. I think they're going a little bit deep there. One of the X-Wings straight into the ground. That one taken out as well. As a little TIE bomber comes into the fray. Well, Death Watchers have now arrived on the front. Supporting my AT-ATs. I've also got an AT-ST in here, which is a recon variant of the AT-ST. More Hyena bombers. These starships are getting absolutely annihilated. I actually don't know what killed those, but something did. Both of those have gone down at the same time. I was thinking it'd be awesome if you had a map that had all of these crashes on it. I can't think of the place where it's like that in the lore. There goes another one on the back. They get taken down quite easily. when there's a lot of AA around. Like, you got all the ion cannons, which basically EMP these, and then you've got a bunch of cannons. So these the proton cannons are really, really good AA. You can get ones like this that are also AA. You see those big like lasers coming up. That's AA. So you got to watch out for those for sure. Not get too close to the planet side AA. Yeah, as you can see, it is just absolutely class, this mod. There's so much to look at. You got the droid gunships here that are flying away from dropping off some units, the little stingers. These have their own anti-personnel lasers on the front, so they're engaging the trench guard there as well. More AT-ATs arriving to the center. TK troopers. These guys have slightly different helmets. Very cool. Tank droid gonna be opening up. They do kill things very quickly when they get in range. Oh, now we got the Star Destroyers attacking each other. That one going down, doing a lot of cohesion loss to all of these Panthers, but not actually killing them. It'd be crazy if the blast was like any bigger, to be honest, because it would be like so RNG when those starships go down as to how much stuff they actually kill. Like any infantry that I would see here at a distance, I would just shoot at with all of these AT-ATs and take them out pretty fast indeed. Here you can hear the armored air defense going to work. Look at that! Those laser cannons just blasting. So cool. So cool. Like, everything in this mod, I feel like has been put together so well. There is some models I think that need work, but like overall, the quality of this mod, even from just like a gameplay standpoint, is very good. The Vulture droid. And won't last too long, but it does sound very cool as it engages the Providence on our side. That Providence getting wiped out by the enemy AA, and down it goes. And again, let's just shift now to the hide HUD as we come towards the end. We got my Lambda shuttles coming in. This is just the most awesome thing you would ever see in a game of WARNO. It really is. Look at them land. The animation of the Lambda shuttle as it comes down. They're going to drop off those troopers, and then they're going to take off again and fly away. We got the Y-wings in the distance dropping their bombs with a Venator behind. Little Vulture droid flying around. Lambda's now taking off. Stormtroopers ready to go. Tank droid watching over the front with all of the AT-ATs in position. This is just incredible. You just don't want it to end at this point. We are unfortunately coming towards the end. Hyenas, headhunters, all of the starships starting to come out. A star cruiser there. Gonna get hit by the TIE fighters. Hyenas. The dogfights in this are very, very fun to watch. When you have the TIE fighters engaging the star cruisers and such, it's really, really cool. Now, unfortunately, because this was a desynced replay, we're not going to be seeing the end screen, but as you can see, if I just go to hide HUD, look at this. Absolutely incredible. And imagine if more people were using Star Destroyers, like all of these Star Destroyers, like that's just a screenshot in itself. Like, look at that. when the Magnificent's gone down. Just utter carnage. Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this look at the Galactic Divide mod. Definitely make sure to check it out on the workshop. It deserves a lot of love, and it is constantly being improved. It's being patched like very regularly, and yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more in the future. If you want to come along to my stream at twitch.tv/VulcanHDGaming, I will be playing more of this on the stream. I play WARNO every Sunday, so if you want to come along and enjoy that, feel free. But otherwise, yeah, great stuff. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.